Hi, I'm Jake from JacobTubeHD, and welcome back to the movie I want to talk about. The show that finally made a topical episode to coincide with the film releasing in theaters the day the episode releases. Being relevant is fun, and I want a piece of that. The relevancy fades away the day after this releases, but just let me have this moment. I deserve this. I deserve to be topical to a film that's releasing today, because that's what other movie reviewers do. Okay, they actually review the movie that's in theaters. They just sit in front of a camera and talk about a movie. I gotta put all these theatrics in these episodes and need to plan out all these bits. I never get to be relevant to current pop culture unless it's by accident. I want to be topical on purpose for once. So I'm going to be topical by finding a film that's releasing in theaters today and reviewing films related to it. So let's see what's releasing in theaters on this exact day the episode releases. We got a fourth wall breaking R-rated MCU film that's a sequel to films not in the MCU. That sounds fun. I want that topical fun. I love breaking fourth walls. I haven't broken this fourth wall in front of me yet, but I'm very tempted to. You can't see it, but it looks very breakable. I think I could really do it. Alright, I need to focus on reviewing these films before it becomes outdated. I got this day and this day only, so let's fucking do it. This is Deadpool. This film is about Wade Wilson meeting the love of his life, Vanessa. After getting diagnosed with cancer, he's approached with a sketchy cure. Francis tortures him, leaving him with accelerated healing abilities and a fucked up face. Now going under the alias of Deadpool, he seeks revenge against Francis for what he did to him and tries to find Vanessa. Ryan Reynolds plays the merc with a mouth, and despite going through development hell for a decade, leaked test footage was what finally got the film into production. This is one of the goofiest superhero films ever, and that's absolutely a compliment. Ryan Reynolds was born for the role of Deadpool. He was able to perfectly balance the comedic side of Deadpool and the serious side of this character. The comedy in this film is perfectly executed. Every joke and quip lands excellently. Obviously, Ryan Reynolds is the main focus of the film and shines the most, but our supporting characters also stand out in their own way that allows you to attach to them no matter how much screen time they get compared to our titular lead. This film is absolutely hilarious, but at the core of this movie is its heart. And it has a massive one. It has a beautiful message about love and what you're willing to do for someone you love. It's able to balance its serious moments with its goofy comedic moments in a masterful way. The comedy and the serious sides of this film don't overshadow each other and are well balanced throughout the entire movie. The action is as good as it can get for the few action scenes here. It really takes advantage of the R rating by getting as bloody and gruesome as it can get. It doesn't overuse any of the gore, but uses it in the right spots, which makes it stand out from typical PG-13 superhero films. The only problem here is that the villain isn't something to write home about. He's not very interesting, but you're not here for a compelling villain. You're here to see Deadpool kick some ass and break the fourth wall. It's a perfect mix of fourth wall breaking jokes and heart with its message of fighting for love. Deadpool gets a 4 out of 5 masks of Hugh Jackman. I gotta keep this relevancy train rolling. The third film in this franchise is in theaters now. Next Friday will be another movie I won't be doing. I have to finish this now. I got no time for side commentary between movies. I need relevancy, and I need that shit now. I can't do that with just the first film. I need both of them. That's how you get people to care about you for a week. This is Deadpool 2. This film was about Wade embarking on a mission to save a troubled mutant named Russell. Unknown to him, a powerful time-traveling cyborg named Cable has his sights on killing Russell. Now Wade has to form a team of super protectors to stop Cable before he kills Russell. This film was made shortly after the first film's release and had the entire cast from the first film return and includes some newcomers including Josh Brolin as Cable. Most sequels don't hold a candle to the original film, but this one is just as good as the last Deadpool movie. Everything I loved about the first Deadpool film returns here. The comedy is on point and is balanced well with the film's serious side and sweet message. The action is just as good and just as gory as the first film. Ryan Reynolds just continues to prove he was born for this role, being able to perfectly balance both sides of the character. The other supporting roles, whether they're returning from the last film or they're new to the franchise, all shine thanks to the material they're given and the incredible performances. Cable is a great antagonist, having a heartfelt reason on why he's trying to kill Russell and being a threatening enough villain. He even occasionally participates in comedic moments, being the straight man to the crazy antics of the other characters. I call him an antagonist because there really isn't a villain here. Further explaining this would spoil the movie, but like I said before, these films don't need a strong villain in order to still be entertaining. This film has a really sweet message about family and finding your own family formed with friends. Whatever film you prefer of these two depends on what message you resonate with more. It's a sequel that's on par with the original film, keeping the same comedic energy and heart the first movie had. Deadpool 2 gets a 4 out of 5 fridged girlfriends. Well, that was a fun few minutes while it lasted. Relevancy is like a fun drug. It feels great, but it doesn't last long. I did an episode related to a topical film, and now I go back to doing random movies. You know, playing the topical card is so much fun. There's not much to be topical and get some relevancy with next week, so I resume business as usual. I wanted to be an attention seeker for one episode, and I accomplished it. I don't need to be judged for this. You do the same thing. If you have the opportunity to review movies that would be relevant to a film releasing in theaters, because you do a show that doesn't review films currently in theaters, I want my moment for at least one episode. Now I got it, and we'll go back to what I normally do on this show, even though I normally do this on the show where I just yell at the camera like I'm ranting towards you guys. You know, this fourth wall breaking thing is fun, even though I'm not actually breaking the fourth wall in front of me, which would be funner. You know, I should do more of this, like how next week I will start a month celebrating the anniversary of the show and won't remember that I acknowledged it in this episode. You know, maybe I should mention what the teaser meant at the end of the last week's episode. Nah, that'd be too much.